Welcome back to Bison News. We're your hosts, Taylor Horton and Hannah Sawyer.
Make sure you've already followed us on social media. Our Snapchat is HS Bison News and our Instagram is Hot Springs Bison to see what is going on in the school. We do lots of fun polls and other stuff to keep the students active, and we strongly encourage you to follow us.
Today is Ugly Sweater Day and the last day until winter break, unless you have semesters. So Hannah, I was wondering, what is the schedule for semesters?
Well, Taylor, tomorrow, first period is 8:15 to 9:15, second period is 9:30 to 10:30, third period is 10:45 to 11:45, and then it's lunch from 11:45 to 12:30. Fourth period is 12:30 to 1:30, and then fifth period is 1:45 to 2:45. After 2:45, it is ICU for anyone who is on the ICU list or is failing a class.
There is going to be a bake sale tomorrow, hosted by the Bison News. What about Thursday, Hannah?
On Thursday, the semester testing schedule is that you'll go to 6th period from 8:30 to 9:30, and then you go to 7th period, 9:45 to 10:45. At 10:45, it's ICU. Then 12 to 12:30 is ICU lunch.
Library fines are going to be waived until January 2nd, so please turn in your overdue library books, unless you want to pay the fine.
Alright, we are starting a new weekly thing here at Hot Springs Bison News. We are going to be highlighting some books here in our very own library. Now, freshman Carly Spray and Bailey Barbour will highlight some books in our library.
Hi sisters, this is Carly Spray and this is Book Talk. Book number 1 is 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why is about Hannah Baker ending her life and Clay Jensen trying to figure out why she did it. This series is on Netflix based on this book. Book number 2 is Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl is about Greg and his best friend Earl making a film about Rachel. You can find this book on Amazon Prime. Book number 3 is Dumplin'. Dumplin' is about a confident, curvy teenager who decides to enter a beauty contest to honor her aunt. This book has themes that will connect you with your inner teenage girl and about your body image and loving who they are. Book 4 is The Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries is about Elena Gilbert, who is conflicted between Stefan and Damon Salvatore. Hashtag Damon Salvatore all the way! Bye sisters! Make sure to tune in next week. Happy holidays!
Your special teacher is not coming back after winter break. The people of Bison News wanted to commemorate his time here with the Bison herd. Our special guest is Mr. Molitor.
So now we are going to interview Mr. Molitor about his time here and the things he wants students to remember. Alright, so by now I'm sure everybody has heard about your resignation here.
We're all going to miss you, so we just wanted to ask you a couple questions about what you wanted to leave behind here at Hot Springs.
Okay.
Alright, so my first question is, what's your favorite memory here of teaching?
I have to pare it down to one. That's hard because I grew up here. I have a lot of good memories in Hot Springs, but as a teacher, I don't know. There's a lot of them because every class is different, every student's different, and there's a lot of different moments. I have a lot of good moments from coaching, a lot of good moments, from a lot of different things. So that's a really hard question to answer in the spur of the moment.
You know anything right now off the top of your head you just think of?
Yeah, well, my first year, it was really, really hard for me to come in and call my former teachers by their first name. It was always kind of funny that way. And then also teaching kids that I'd seen as babies. That was also interesting.
Yeah.
So that's fun to see those kids grow up and actually grow into good people. Or whoever they are, anyway. You know who you are.
Are there any kids that left you inspired?
Oh, all of you guys inspire me somewhere. Everybody's got something to offer. Everybody's got something that is unique and awesome that they do, and they may not even realize it. So all of you guys are inspiring.
What is one thing that you want your students to remember you by?
My epic mustache and beard.
Oh my God.
No, I would like to be remembered as just as a good dude, as someone who, when you guys think of me or when you see me, you're like, yeah, he wasn't. I actually enjoyed being around him. I actually enjoyed my time around him. He wasn't overbearing, or I looked forward to going to class.
All right. Yeah. What's your favorite saying?
I don't know. Kids ask me for senior quotes every year, and I always have something dumb to say. But one of my favorite things that I end up saying lots is be awesome to somebody every day. And then one of the funny ones that I tell them is don't hold your farts in. You travel up your spine, get in your brain, and that's where crappy ideas come from. You're welcome.
Okay. How did you know you wanted to teach in the first place?
I didn't know I wanted to teach in the first place. It was more of a calling. That's what makes leaving really, really hard too, is because I love doing this. I didn't know that that's what I was supposed to do. I just kind of, it was a occupation kind of necessity, and I ended up absolutely loving it. So I know they say that teaching sucks and you shouldn't come back and be a teacher in South Dakota, but I disagree with that. You don't teach because you get a big paycheck. You teach because you love doing what you do.
And lastly, what kind of attitude would you like for the students you have, or to have, sorry?
A tenacious attitude, not one where they're passive, not one where they're, I can just get by. I want students to actually get after it. I want them to want to do what they want to do. And if they have to do something they don't want to do, they suck it up and they get after it anyway. To have an attitude where they're aggressive and tenacious and they want to put their best effort forward no matter the situation.
All right, well, we want all students to know that this step in your life is for the better.
And we appreciate your time here as our teacher, and we will miss you.
Miss you guys too, like crazy.
You cheese. Around the school asking the Bison about their favorite memory of Mr. Molitor. This is what they said. Since Mr. Molitor is leaving, we just wanted to ask some kids there are some questions about Mr. Molitor. So what's your favorite memory of Mr. Molitor?
My favorite memory from Mr. Molitor is coaching me in football and winning games with him. That was my favorite memory.
Thank you.
Alright, so what's your favorite memory of Mr. Molitor?
Always having him there to help us out and having him there to tell jokes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So what's Mr. Molitor's most redeeming trait?
I would say his most redeeming trait is, well, he's a huge nerd, and I don't know, he has this kind of optimistic and just infectious personality about him, you know, that I really find inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite quote Mr. Molitor has said?
My favorite quote would probably have to be, the grammar police will come and take away your birthdays. That's funny.
Thank you.
And now junior Tyler Warner and freshman Jaden Walton will tell us about the sports world.
Hello and welcome to Bison Sports News. Saturday, December 22nd, 2018 at 11:30 a.m. There's gymnastics, varsity invite versus Vermilion at Vermilion High School.
Now we have a secret guest.
Garrett,
Okay, so we're gonna interview him on some questions about wrestling. So how do you think the season will go?
It's going pretty good so far. We got a lot of tournaments ahead of us and a lot of competition to see yet. Haven't really seen too much other than last weekend because we had a really big tournament, but throughout the year we should be able to see more of our guys in our class.
what are some of your goals this season?
Obviously to win state, not lose another match for the season, and hopefully become a whole conference.
What's it like to be a senior on the team?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I started my 8th grade year at wrestling high school and it's just kind of surreal. Time really flew, so.
What's some of your favorite moves?
I really don't have like a specific move that I like the most. I just kind of fly. Like when I'm wrestling, I just kind of zone out, and it's mainly reflexes if anything.
And are you sad that it's your last year?
No, not
Thank you, Garrett.
And good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler and Jaden. Now junior Zane Cope will tell us about the weather.
It's going.
Welcome to the weather. It's going to be pretty nice the whole week. 50s, 45s. It's pretty nice. Wednesday's going to be pretty cloudy, honestly. And then the weekend, Friday, Saturday, it's going to drop down into the 30s. That's about it for the weather today. But, just a sec. We have a special guest with us today. He's just off camera here, but I'll go get him real quick. Just a sec. You might know him. That's the big man in red. He's coming to town.
Well, that's all we have for you guys this week. We hope you have a good winter break and a happy new year. We are not doing a video the week after break, but we will be doing one the second week.
Smash the subscribe button
and punch the like.
See you next Tuesday.
Peace! On Instagram, we did a survey asking you which Christmas movies are the best, and here are your results.
Which we don't have yet, so that's a problem.
Hi, sisters! This
You take your to see what is going on at our school. We do a ton of polls and why?
It's okay, girl, me too.
Oh my gosh.
And what's it like to be the only senior on the team?
We have more than one senior.
Just us. You put that one down. What's it like to be one? I know. You see. Sometimes.